I'm back. So similar to what I did with Megan's album, how I just kind of gave it, like a little first review, first listen review. I'm gonna do the same thing with JT's album, City Cinderella. I will be doing a track by track, for Megan. Hopefully, maybe by the end of this week, going into next week, somewhere during there. I'm real busy the next couple of days, but City Cinderella, JT. So I did a review on her documentary, right? I really like the documentary. Look, I want to say this about JT and this album. Sis gave us pure traditional rollout, and I love it. Like, you can truly tell that JT is a 90s baby. Like, just due to her rollout. Sis gave us a doc, she gave us a single, she gave us a remix to that single. She been around, she been working the small venues. Like, this is the type of shit. When we say artist development, this is the shit we be talking about right here. So let me start off by saying I love the rollout, loved it. I thought her rollout was perfect. She dropped 90s Babies right after the album dropped. Like, her team. Yes, ma'am. Come on, team. So I'm gonna go through like my tweets or whatever. Now my tweets are track by track. So, okay, let's talk about what I gave it. I'm gonna read y'all what I said after I listened to the album. I feel as if this is how so look, I have for a first listen, I give it 7.5 out of 10. It started a bit slow for me in the first half, but the second half picked up. It's not the most lyrical project, but that's okay, pun intended. It's very 90s baby coded, and I love that very strong debut album. And I still stand by that when, I think that was like a couple days ago when I wrote that. I still stand by that. The first half of the album for me is a little too slow, like as far as like the beats are concerned. I really liked the intro. I thought it was a strong intro. But I want to say all the way up until track, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, once we get to DOD, which is Dance on, that's when you finally start to get a little bit of a different bop. So let me tell you, before I even listen to the album fully, right, I a lot of times when I listen to albums, like if I can't listen to it in a moment, sometimes I'll just kind of like skim through or like click on each one real fast just to kind of get like the vibe of like what the song sounds like, or maybe what the whole album sonically sounds like. And so when I had did that with JT's album, what I realized is I'm like, oh my gosh, like why are all of the beats so damn slow? By the time you get to the second half, like I said, it starts to pick up. But for me, like I said, I like the intro. Brick Talk, and I didn't like Serving is, and like, so I'm not gonna hold you, the album didn't really start off the best, like in the sense of the intro was really good. For me, it was too slow. Like, it was just too slow. um by the end of this album, I also realized that like JT is really like a female Jeezy. Like, y'all see how she had Jeezy on an OK remix, which I thought was perfect because that beat fit him perfectly. And the more I went back and I really thought about it, I'm like, yo, them first 5 to 6 songs, beats wise, those are very Jeezy beats, right? Very much so Jeezy beats. I will say, like I said, the second half started to pick up. That's when we start to have a little bit more bop, 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 which is kind of what we're used to from JT. Now, I understand that JT wanted to go into a different direction. You know, she's in her own bag. It's just her. It's solo. It's not the city girls. But, you know, being from Miami and us knowing you as a city girl, we do know, like, kind of expect a little bit of a, just like a little bit more of an up-tempo situation, especially with it being summertime. Like, I feel like we're definitely looking for a up-tempo. I would say I really like Swang. She slid. Like, I love Glorilla, but she dragged her on that. I really love Swang. I like Uncle Al. And I like JT is coming. And a lot of that though is really for like nostalgia reasons. Now I do like 90s baby somewhat, but it's really just because of the baby. I wanna do all of the things your man won't do. I'll do them for you. So as a 90s baby, you always gonna catch me with that song. There's not much that you're gonna be able to do. I will say I expected more lyrically from her. JT is a really, really good rapper. Somebody said, and it's a question, not an answer. It's a question. Get in the comments. Tell me, do y'all agree with this statement? Somebody said that the reason we thought JT could rap really, really well is because she was rapping alongside Carisha. And Carisha can't really rap for shit. So is it that JT can really, really rap? Or is it that we just thought she could rap really, really well because it's next to somebody who can't really carry like that? I will have to disagree with that. I really do think that JT can rap. I've heard enough verses from her where I feel like she's clever and she's witty and things like that. Even her reads when she be going off on people, I feel like are really good. I don't know. I feel like there were certain, bars and things like that in here that were good. I do feel like JT could push her pen a whole lot more. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I was a little bit underwhelmed lyrically. Lyrically, I really was. I was expecting like no bars. JT, look, I was really expecting her to bar us the fuck down. And she really didn't in this project, and that's okay. But I will say that is something that I feel like maybe she could work on. Is just pushing her pen, just a little bit more on double entendres, a little bit more metaphors, even some hyperbole would be nice in there. But like I said, I feel like of a first listen, I feel like it is a solid debut though. Like I will say that I don't hate the album. Off of first listen, I think it's okay. Okay, like I really think it's okay. But because this is her first, outing by herself, I think she still has like, growth and some learning and some things to do. I think one thing I will say is I think I'm pretty clear on what JT's sound is. I'm pretty clear on her cadence. That is something else too. Like, actually, now that I say that, one more thing before I go. I also wish that she would have switched up her flow a whole lot more. I want to say, because I wrote it down the first time that she has switched up her flow. Let me see something here. The first time, Lemon Pepper was the first time, which was, I think, track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was track 6, was the first time that she like switched up her flow a little bit. Like it was a little bit of a faster paced flow, but then she went right back into her regular ones. Like, I don't mind when people have a signature flow. Meg has a signature flow. Nicki has a signature flow. Like, Doja has a signature flow. I'm not mad at that, but I do wish that she would switch it up a little bit. Kind of how Nicki does. Nicki can go from rapping da 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 da. Da 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 da. Like she can find all these cadences. Same with Meg. People try to say that Meg has the same flow, but she don't. She switches it up all the time. She has a signature flow, yes, very Houston, very Texas, but she does switch it up where she can slow it down. She can go a little faster. She can dip in and out of pockets. And I wish that JT would have hit different pockets flow wise and cadence wise throughout this project to maybe give it a little bit more oomph. Like maybe even the slower beats would have been fine if she just would have switched up her cadence. But it sounds like to me the first 4 to 5 songs is like the same beat and the same rapping pattern cadence. I just wanted her to switch it up a bit more. Also, I want to ask I don't never ask the Barb shit, but I'm asking the Barbs now. Is people overhyping this, or is Nicki really not fucking with JT? Now, I don't follow Nicki on I actually have her blocked across all social media platforms because she truly gets on my nerves when it comes to social media. Now, don't get it twisted. She's coming to where I'm at September 6th, and I will be in attendance. I'm actually buying my tickets probably in 2 weeks. But I do have a question. So let me go to this shit right now, right? I want to see if she has. I don't see anywhere where she has bigged up, JT's album. But I also didn't really see. I saw that Carisha like posted something really fast of like a lyric from JT's album, but she didn't really like support it, like post it and say go get my sis shit. Like she didn't really say any of that. I will say this, Barb's, if Nicholas falls out with JT, I don't know how much more evidence that y'all need. I mean, the evidence is already pretty clear as day. But if her and JT don't get along, there is no other evidence that we can give you. That means that there is literally no relevant, and listen to what I'm saying. There is no relevant popping female artist that Nicki Minaj is cool with if she is no longer cool with JT. That means you are no longer cool with JT. We all know that you no longer fuck with Ice Spice since those text messages and thingies came out. Cardi, Meg, Lotto, Cash Doll, like I even seen something with Coi Leray. Like, if y'all don't get it by now, Barbs, there's nothing else for us to get. She's not a girl's girl. It is what it is. I've been accepted that a long time ago. But yeah, not to make this a video about Nicki or anything like that. But I just wanted to throw that in there. Again, I think it was a solid debut. I will go back. I will listen to it. I will try it. But y'all in the comments, tell me what y'all think. Give me like a 1 out of 10. Where, like, out of 10, what would y'all rank her album? Talk to y'all later. Bye.